Hi everyone. So today is my birthday, my 42nd birthday. I'm recording this video. I've done a few shots already, and I'm gonna definitely be using this one because there's no point in recording and re-recording. I just keep getting a lot of wind in the background. Yet the weather's so gorgeous, I can't possibly not shoot this video outside. So the purpose of the video is to reflect on 42 things that I've learned over the past year. And I really want to encourage each of you on or around your birthday to take on a similar exercise. The truth is that we can go through life on autopilot and just keep going. And if we don't intentionally take time to reflect on what we've learned, how we've grown, what we've accomplished, or what we've completed in the past year, we really miss out on some celebrations and some acknowledgments and learnings. So I'm going to dive in. 42 things I've learned in the past year. So what I've learned is that when you have a chronic medical condition, such as what I have, it's really easy to relate to yourself as broken, and that is not at all in service to you and to treating yourself and healing yourself. So if you have a chronic medical condition and you're frustrated because you've tried a whole bunch of different techniques and tactics to get yourself back to health, relate to your situation kind of like a science experiment. Remove the emotion. Don't make it mean anything about you if the thing that worked for the last person doesn't work for you. Just take notes, keep track, and keep moving forward and trying new things. Something is going to work. The second thing is, when it comes to health, be unwilling to stop. Be relentless in your pursuit of getting answers. And this can be completely exhausting and depressing. I know this firsthand because I've been there. But the thing for me is that being unwilling to give up is so important. And I'm thrilled to say that this year I've really created and cultivated a team of doctors who get me, who support me, who listen to me. Number 3 is that I've finally gotten answers as to why I have the puzzling symptoms that I do. I've gotten looks from doctors over the years like, I don't know what to say. I now have answers. I understand what's going on. And while it's complicated, knowing what it is has given me so much power. You know, they say knowledge is power, and truly in my case, it is. Number 4, honoring the ups and downs of a chronic condition is critical, right? And that means being responsible for my body and my mind, even in the face of unpredictability. I have learned and continue to learn how to set my life up so that I can live my best and fullest life and really allow in support at increasingly new levels. I've historically been someone who doesn't love to take support from other people, right? Or help. I should be able to do it myself. This year, I've really embraced support. Number 5, when I allow myself to be real about my body's limitations instead of resisting them, I can honor my body and have gratitude for it as well. When there's gratitude and honoring, I'm actually able to take on more and show up for my clients in a more powerful, connected, authentic way. And that has made a really big difference for me. Number 6, this one's big. So as a culture, we spend so much time focusing on what's wrong with our bodies. And I've been really impacted by this over my life. I have looked at my body as, less than, or, I've been really committed to keeping my body in certain shape, being able to fit into a certain size clothing. Because of my physical challenges, I've been able to intentionally shift the relationship that I have with my body. Most of the time, and I don't do it perfectly, but most of the time I'm in a place where I can honor my body for the miracle that it is. I don't look at my legs in a certain way, like they should look a different way, or my hips, or it's just a totally different conversation that I'm able to have with myself. And I really think my body feels it, right? My body feels that I'm sending love and light and positivity. Number 7, believing in the power of my own ability to heal myself has been nothing short of miraculous. And this for me looks like meditating regularly, being super diligent about what I'm feeding my body, setting boundaries around my time and energy. I have been intentionally practicing a new level of self-care since January for my musculoskeletal and connective tissue disorders. And although this wasn't part of the plan, and I wasn't even working on this area. You can see my dog in the background. He's adorable. My recent blood work revealed that my thyroid disease is in remission. So I'm going off my thyroid meds. And what's so cool is that for 11 years, doctors have been telling me it's impossible because I have an autoimmune disorder. Yet my thyroid is healing itself. So I'm not sure if it's one thing or a combination of all the things, but I'm sticking with it. Number 8, surrounding myself with positive energy and positive messages. So listening to personal development podcasts, reading books, listening to books, being intentional about the energy in my space, who I spend my time with, how I spend my time has really made a difference. Number 9, we are growing, evolving, changing individuals. And what that means is sometimes the vision we have for ourselves at one point in our life is not the vision that we have at another point. DJ has a lot to say about that. And it's okay that our vision will change. It's okay. And actually, it can be really empowering to acknowledge that your vision has shifted. Number 10, this year I made a decision to walk away from a business partnership, dethroning your inner critic. I left the business partnership because I realized that I needed to constrain my focus, both for my health and just for my general well-being. The vision that I had for myself, my long-term professional vision had changed. But this wasn't an easy decision for me. It was a very difficult decision for me. And I see now that part of what had me spinning in indecision was the stories in my head about how ending the partnership was going to go. And I was doing something I call mapping my past experience onto the future. So I was mapping past experiences of dramatic endings of relationships onto the partnership that I was currently in with my business partner. And I kept thinking, this is the way that the ending of partnerships has to go. Number 11. What I was reminded of is that relationships can be reinvented, and it is possible to complete one phase of a relationship or partnership and to create a new one. And that's what Joanna and I have done, and I'm so very proud of that. Joanna is now one of my best friends, and I treasure our friendship. Number 12, I see my clients spin in indecision all the time, and it drains them of their power. Making a decision and moving forward without looking back and without holding regret is so impactful and powerful. You can course correct as you go, of course, right? There is no perfect decision, but making a decision is absolutely critical to living a wholehearted and authentic life. Number 13. As a culture, we relate to having confidence and feeling good about ourselves as a place that we have to get to in order to produce those results. And we have it backwards. Confidence comes from taking action, taking risks, failing, and continuing to move forward regardless, moving towards success. Number 14, I've learned that what it takes to create a podcast. We created one. Joanna and I launched a podcast this year, and it was so much fun. Tune into her podcast. It's great. It's called Dethroning Your Inner Critic. You can get it on iTunes and a few other locations. It's on Spotify as well. Number 15, I have learned how to build online courses, multiple online courses. Number 16, I have learned how to reach people that I otherwise wouldn't know. And that is through social media and different ways of marketing and connecting with individuals. I think it is simply miraculous the times that we live in. We are connected through the online world, and I am continuously struck by how powerful that is. 17, I've learned that consistency in business is king. So showing up every day, even when I don't wanna, makes a big difference. And there are times, no matter how much I love what I do, that I don't want to show up. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. Maybe I'm not feeling well. What I know to be true is that when I push through that and am determined, I actually become inspired by being in action. So sometimes motivation comes from being in action. Number 18, curiosity is the most powerful opportunity that any of us have. So get curious. Quit acting like you know the answers. You might know a lot, and I don't doubt that. There's always more to learn. 19, judgment is a cloak for fear. Judgment is a cloak for fear. 20, emotions are there for a reason. They deserve to be honored. 21, through my clients, I have seen that evidence, proof, that we can honor our emotions and make professional decisions from commitment, not from feeling, while still honoring and acknowledging how we feel. 22, I'm scared every day. Every day. Because every day I take something on that scares me. And I do that because I know that my greatest breakthroughs always happen when I'm uncomfortable. Consider that. 23, I'll be coaching until I take my last breath of air, because coaching to me is like air. It's so sourcing and so connecting. I just absolutely love it. 24, I've learned how to accept people for who they are, who they're not, and to love them hard. And this is a continual practice for me. I am not perfect by any stretch. And when I notice that I'm being critical of someone, the first place I take a look is at myself. So that leads me to number 25, which is my judgment of other people is most often a reflection of the judgments I have of myself. I'm going to say that again. The judgments that I have of other people are most often a direct reflection of the judgments I have of myself. 26, I've learned and continue to learn that some of the smartest people, the intellectually smartest people I know, really struggle with relationships and connecting to other humans, and that just breaks my heart. It's one of the things that has led me to the study of emotional intelligence and really supporting high-performing, brilliant humans to live their best life, both personally and professionally. 27, I have a gift, and that gift is that I can see what's right with other people. I can see other people's talents even when other people can't see it themselves. It's one of the things that makes me a powerful coach. And it's something that has always lived inside me. I've just really cultivated it over the past year. 28, courage begets courage. The more courageous I am, the more courageous I become. 29, often we think we need to leave a job in order to find happiness. I have now witnessed multiple examples of transformation in my clients over the years where they have come to me saying, I need to find a new job. And they've walked away from the partnership and the relationship in the same exact role, in the same life, same players in their life, with an entirely new relationship to life and satisfied in a whole new way. They've learned to shift their mindset and perspective because they've been practicing a new way of thinking. That is so cool. Number 30, I've learned that one of the things that keeps me motivated is being proud of myself and being proud of others. 31, I've learned how to be bold and how to serve other people. And to say this simply, Rich Litvin, who's one of my coaches, says, I'm here to serve you, not please you. And as a coach, that's my job, right? I get to say the things that no one else will say to my client in service of their growth. 32, what I focus on and where I focus my attention and my thoughts expands. So I get to choose. Do I focus on negative things? Do I focus on what's wrong, and do I focus on worry? Or do I focus on all that's right? Do I focus on what's positive? Do I focus on what I want more of, right? Because that's what really is going to create more of those things. 33. I've learned that at the heart of everything is relationship. And my highest commitment is to be building deep, sacred, soul-to-soul connected relationships with the people I serve personally and professionally. I'd rather touch 100 people deeply in my life than 100,000 at a surface level. I've always been this way. And again, this is one of those things I've just more finely honed over the past year. 34. I've learned that most of the time, people come into our life to teach us a lesson, to teach us something. Sometimes the people that are most triggering to us are the people who have the most to teach us. I've witnessed this myself, and I've witnessed this with my clients. 35. I've learned that our children are educated on academics quite well in this country, and there's a gap in educating on emotional intelligence, really training our youth on the other kind of smart, right? The self-smarts, the street smarts, the emotional intelligence. 36. I'll never get what I truly want if I don't ask for it. I've played a small game for many years in my life, hoping that I'd get what I want just by wishing or wanting. I now know that unless I ask, I won't get. And when I ask, I risk devastation. I risk not getting what I want. But when I don't ask, there's no chance I'll get it, or I might get it by a fluke. When I ask and I do get what I want, that is where satisfaction squarely lives, and I believe that. So I'm not afraid to ask for what I want. 37, I have learned and relearned a lesson that my mom taught me early on. A good night's rest is sometimes the best medicine for when you're feeling out of sorts, right? Waking up in a new day, clear and complete on yesterday, anything is possible. 38. I got more letters after my name, and I have to tell you that was not an easy accomplishment. And while I'm so proud to have those letters after my name, it's not actually the letters that I'm proud of. The letters don't change me. It's the process that I'm proud of. It's the breakthroughs that occurred along the way as I got my PCC from the ICF, Professional Certified Coach from the International Coach Federation. 39. I've been coaching in some form or fashion for my entire career, and that's well over 20 years. So what I've learned is that all of my experience in HR, in talent, has led me to be the coach that I am today. It's not just the coach-specific training hours that I've spent, or the one-on-one coaching I've done that's developed me into the coach that I am. 40. I have learned that my coaching skills have had a profound and lasting impact on the way I parent and the way I relate to my incredibly precious children. 41. I've learned that my ongoing journey into self-exploration has also created lasting shifts in my marriage. So when I am fully connected to myself, and this is an ongoing practice, it is then and only then that I can be fully connected to my husband, which is so important for me in living a wholehearted life. 42, and finally, and not nearly as deep, I feel my best when I eat a healthy, high-fat diet, which continues to amaze me because it goes against everything that I learned growing up about healthy eating. So I had to throw that in there. Thanks so much for joining and celebrating my birthday with me. I hope you'll take this exercise on yourself. Take care.